Today we are touching on a topic I kind of feel like about.
It
needs to be addressed, right? What is personal branding? I know this is like the topic of the first video we ever did, but no, it's a bit different. We're talking about this in a bit of a different way because of the fact that no one actually knows what personal branding is,
or how to use it,
or
as
how
a
to use it
to
leverage. No one actually knows how to use personal branding to land the job that they want, to earn what they want, to get a promotion they want.
They don't know that that's possible.
They don't even know that it's possible. I feel like to a lot of people, personal branding is just that mythical thing in the air.
For influencers,
like that
CEOs.
automatically happens.
Yeah.
People think personal branding is something that automatically happens.
Because you're popular. So
Newsflash, it does not automatically happen. You have to intentionally, keyword, intentionally build it. And that really has to do with your mindset, right? So we're gonna dig a little bit into what your mindset actually needs to look like. First of all, you have to care.
Yeah, actually, you do automatically have one.
It can be, it's most of the time
a neutral brand. It's either a strong brand or a weak brand.
Yes.
So you do have it, but you do need to intentionally build it, like Michael said, in order to have a strong one that can get you these things that we mentioned in the beginning.
Most people's personal brand today is weak.
Yeah.
It's weak. And that's what Charisse is talking about. Like, you have to build it for it to become really, really strong and to make you a really, really sticky person. You actually have to care about personal branding in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be important to you. Again, highlight that word, your notebook, important to you. Why? Because to a lot of millennials, like you that's watching us right now, it's not important to you. What's important to you is a promotion somewhere, or earning an extra 15, 20K, or buying a house, or getting married, or something like that, right? Personal branding to most millennials, if you did like a survey, hey, do you know what personal branding is? You went to ask a bunch of millennials on the street, they will probably be like, what's that? Or if they do know what's that, they probably can't talk about it. And they probably don't know their own personal brand. So you actually have to care about it. It has to be very, very important to you. That means practically every single day where you wake up, you are thinking about what you are going to do today to influence your personal brand and to make it stronger. I'll give you a really common analogy. Some of you are obsessed with going to the gym.
Yeah.
Some of you are obsessed with going to the gym. You go to the gym every single day. Before you go to the gym, you already decide, oh, today I'm going to work on my legs and my arms. I'm going to work on my something. You're intentionally going to the gym with a goal. Personal branding has to be thought of in the same way. And the way we talk about personal branding is, oh, what's it called? Oh, it's what people say about you when you're not in the room. Behind all, if we peel back the onion a lot, there's so much that goes into that. Into the way that you conduct yourself, into the way that you offer to help people, into the way that you present yourself, the way that you communicate, the way you know yourself, the way you communicate, how you give back in the community, how you react to things, you know, how you deliver on certain projects that you're on, or certain things that you're doing for other people. Like, all of this matters hugely. So that's the first point. It has to be really, really important to you.
Yeah.
Over the years, personal branding has become increasingly relevant and critical to securing the top jobs, building standout companies, and becoming a top earner.
And if you care about any of the above and you're invested in building an impactful personal brand, you're in the right place.
And if we add value, please like the video, comment with your thoughts, and share with your friends and family. It lets YouTube know that this is a great video.
So let's elevate together.
Let's elevate together. So the second point is, once it's important to you and you intentionally want to build it, you actually have to start to understand and learn how to intentionally build it. So I'll give you an example. How did I build my personal brand in my workplace today? And you're going to talk about how you build your personal brand, right? So how I built my personal brand is, let's talk about the small things. Never been late to meetings. Always being super clear and super concise in the way I communicate with people. Being very, very clear in terms of what I want. Always being super dependable. So whenever it was that I was given something to do or I had to deliver on something, I got it done, and I got it done quickly. Something really small, but I reply quite quickly to people. And that really, in the corporate world, really matters. Because when people ask you things, it's because they need what you're going to say for whatever they're doing.
Urgently.
So, urgently.
Urgently.
Usually urgently, yeah. And if you take forever, that tends to be not very good. And you're just known as the person that takes ages to respond, and then people just stop asking you for stuff.
It's what he's interested in, like what is important to you. Why did he want to be on time? Why did he want to come across as somebody that replies on time? What is the why? What are you doing that for? Because for someone like me, my main goal isn't big things like, okay, I need to be invited here, I need to be invited there, I want attention. It's mainly because I'm an introvert. I don't want to be talking too loud. I don't want to do too much. in order to get the same results as somebody that would be extroverted and can have the gift of the gab and they can talk their way through everything. So what would I do? I would make sure that, okay, what do I stand for? What are my actual principles? What are things that are gonna like resonate with other people? What are the personality traits or things that I like that I can, you know, see that I have in common with somebody? Then we can pick up on the things that we like, and then hopefully by that commonality they'll remember me, and then I won't have to compete with somebody that has the gift of the gab later on down the line.
Another thing you mentioned there actually was around principles. Someone that has a really strong personal brand has really clear principles on certain things. They have clear principles in the way that they want to relate to people. They have very clear principles in the way they want people to treat them, and they have boundaries.
And what they stand on, what they believe in.
Yeah, exactly. And those are really, really important. And guys, like, we're just giving you very easy things to you can actually stop this video right now and go and implement them.
Literally.
And you can even start from your social media, from the things that you post, what you post about, because at the end of the day, like, your personal brand is your voice when you're not in the room, right? What are people seeing of you, not just online but offline as well? Personal branding is very much an offline and online thing, and that's another thing we need to talk about, right? Your personal brand is very much who you are online and very much who you are offline.
You might see a lot of social media content just about personal branding online, or making this LinkedIn post or put yourself on YouTube. Like it's not just about online. It is good. It's a very good way to start and really put yourself out there, but as Michael said, offline and online, they have to be in harmony. And they have to present you in the best light. And
they have to talk the same language.
Yeah.
You can't be like one person online and a completely different person offline. Like, there has to be consistency across your pages. Do you get what I mean? Like, you can't be like a party hard person online and then like try to be someone completely different. Like, it just, and I kind of feel like we need a part 2 to this, because we need to talk about like, what does online personal branding look like? What does offline personal branding look like? Or maybe we can just do it like on our other pages and stuff like that. Just like break it down.
If you want a big breakdown, a much more detailed breakdown, we have the PDF that you can get. You can just take the link in the description box.
Yeah.
And you can have access to this like comprehensive guide to what the basics are for personal branding and how that would help you to start to think in the right way, because we were talking, this video is all about mindset and how you look at your personal brand and
how you look at yourself.
How you go about building it and not leaving it on the table, because you might be really pushing for other areas of your life, not knowing that you don't need to work as hard if you had a really strong personal brand.
Yeah, and I'm a good example of that, right? Ask Sharice that I don't apply for jobs, do I? I just don't.
Gets headhunted.
I just don't.
Recruiters calling him.
I don't. Why? Because I know what my online personal brand is, and it's really, really strong. That's something that I can even do a deep dive into, and how I build my personal brand online and how I'm building every day, building my personal brand offline. Because at the end of the day, someone's gonna ask for a reference. Someone's gonna call your ex-boss or your ex-manager and ask, "Oh, how's this person?" Like, all of that is really important. And what the whole outcome and goal of this video is to get you guys to start caring, because it is so, so important. And believe me, personal branding can be the difference between you marrying someone that's like at this standard or marrying someone at that standard. It could be the difference between you getting a 30K job or 40K job. Like, it could be a massive difference in your career. So that's why we're making this video.
Or
you need to care about it.
To different cities, like I've moved from city to city to city across the UK. I don't feel like, oh no, okay, every single time I go it's a fresh, clean slate, and oh, you know, I need to leave the past behind me and have a new thing. Like, I mean, I do have the opportunity to reinvent myself, but I know that using my personal brand, I can leverage that in order to get me into the right places, to speak to the right people, to move my life forward in the way that, you know, I want things to go, like being able to network, being able to connect with a certain person, or to understand, okay, because as I said before, that the things that my traits, the things that I like to do, my hobbies, my interests, if I lead on those, then I just need to find people that are kind of similar in those interests, and we can connect, and then I can start to build friendships, relationships that will help me in the future anywhere I go. So I don't feel like, oh no, I have to stay in my hometown, or I have to stay in somewhere in my school environment or something, in order to be able to say, okay, I can grow or I can move on with my life.
And it's a wrap. If there's one thing that you got from this or learned from this, job done.
And if you want us to be a constant in your life, subscribe to our channel.
Until next time, bye.